to show you how to play Cover That Number. There's 3 ways to play: addition, subtraction, or both. It's mostly for kinder through seconds, but even 3rd graders can play it.
Okay, and you guys are using the game board that goes up to
16.
Okay, and then what else do we need to play, Gabe?
In order to play, you need to have 3 dice. You each need to have your own game board, and you need to have some counter or marker.
Okay, and we chose to use just some cereal right from our cupboard. All right, Gabe, go ahead and play first.
I got a 4, and a 6. The objective of the game is to cover all of your ovals first.
Okay.
So I could do 6 plus 4 equals 10 and have a 4, or I could do 4 plus 4 equals 8 and have a 6. And I think I'm going to do that. 4 plus 4 equals 8 and have a 6 also.
Okay.
So I'll roll now. And we're going to be doing addition and subtraction.
Okay.
I got a 3, a 4, and another 3. So you could do 3 plus 4 equals 7 and then 3, or 3 plus 3 equals 6 and then 4, or you could do subtraction. And then there's other multiple ways. And then I think I'm going to do 6 and 4.
Okay. Go ahead, Gabe.
I got a 4, a 5, and a 6. I'm going to do 6 minus 5 equals 1 and have a 4.
Okay.
So I have a 1 and a 4.
And if your child was doing subtraction, and let's say they didn't know 6 subtract 5, they could use their fingers to do that. They could count up from 5 and go, okay, 5 and 1 more is 6. So I know 6 subtract 5 is 1. They could use counters. They could take out 6 counters and then take 5 of them away. All of that is totally okay depending on the ability of your child. Or if they know their addition and subtraction facts pretty easily, they don't have to do those methods. But whatever your child needs to play is fine. All right, Selah, keep going.
I got a 1, a 2, and a 5. I think I'm going to do 5 plus 2 and then 1.
Okay. Okay, and the game would continue on this way. And let's say that it's almost to the end of the game. So go ahead and start filling up your boards as if we were playing for a while. As I mentioned, I think I mentioned, this game takes a while. And it becomes more difficult as there's less numbers to cover on the board. Your child might roll all the dice and not have a number to cover, but they might have a number, they might see the number they want or that they can cover on their opponent's board. And that's where it's described in the directions here about blocking. So Gabe, why don't we pretend like we're almost towards the end of the game.
And I'll roll. And I got a 3, a 6, and a 6.
Okay. Is there a way that you could...
Yes, there is.
You could probably, I don't know if there's a way you could cover the 3 on your game board, but let's say you wanted to block Selah. What could you do?
I could do 6 plus 6 equals 12, and I could do plus 3, which is 15. And I could take one of my markers and put it on her board so she can't fill that one in.
Oh, so then Selah, how would you unblock that number?
To unblock that number, you would have to roll like the same amount of numbers of the number that he got. It doesn't have to exactly be these numbers though.
Okay, so why don't you roll the dice and let's see.
So I got a 3, and a 4.
Are you able to unblock that right now?
No.
No, because you would have to get you would have to add up the dice to get the number 15. Right?
Or the number they blocked.
Right. Are you able to cover one of your other numbers, or are you able to block one of Gabe's numbers?
I can block one of Gabe's numbers because I could do 3 plus 4 equals 7, and then add another 3, and that would be 10.
Okay.
And Gabe has an empty 10 on his board, so I could block him.
Oh, interesting. So in order to unblock, Gabe would have to somehow make
Yeah,
that
that's a
10 to remove her piece from his game board, and then it would be open again for him to cover on another turn. Same for Selah. But if you were playing the game with a younger child and you didn't want to go up to the number 16, you could go up to the number 10. And even though our directions say for this version just to use one die, Gabe, Selah, and I were talking about you really need 2 dice in order to get above 6. So you would need to use 2 dice with your child. And if you really wanted to, you could add a few more ovals with the numbers 11 and 12 if you really wanted to have more options. So that's how you play Cover That Number. Thanks for joining us. Be healthy and enjoy math.